Hello, children. I'm so happy to see you today. Today we're going to read this book. What do you think the book is going to be about? It's going to be about a sheep. That's right. Can you see the sheep right here? What color is his collar? He has a collar on. His collar is yellow. That's right. How many horns does he have? 1, 2. He has 2 gray horns. Notice his horns are curly and his collar is yellow. Oh, what's that? It's a butterfly and another butterfly. So today's story is going to be about this sheep, and his name is Brian. Brian the Brave. So Brian is going to show us something about being brave. Let's see what happens on the inside of the book. We see the words again. It says Brian the Brave. And on the first page, we get introduced to the characters who we're going to see more of in the next pages. You see them right there? These are other sheep. And they are Ernest, Brian, Stanley, Tracy, Frank, Cassidy, Rose, and Lou. Those are going to be the characters that we're going to talk about in this story called Brian the Brave. What's the same about all the characters? They're all sheep. That's right. But are they exactly the same? No, they aren't. There are some differences. We're going to read about those. One sunny afternoon, Brian was nibbling grass and minding his own business when along came another sheep. "Hello," the sheep said. "My name is Rose." "Hello," said Brian. "Let's be friends." "All right," said Rose, and they chased each other round and round the field and over the little hill. So who's this? This is Rose. And who's that? That's Brian. And they met and they decided to be friends until what happens next? Along came another sheep. "Hello," the sheep said. "My name is Stanley." "Hello," said Brian. "Let's be friends." So Brian and Rose met a new friend, Stanley. But Stanley said, "I only like sheep with black wool. Plain white wool is ugly. I'm just going to play with Rose." So Stanley and Rose chased each other round and round the field and over the little hill. How did Brian feel about that? Oh, that made Brian feel very sad, because the other kids wouldn't play with him. Why wouldn't they play with him? They wouldn't play with him because they didn't like the color of his wool. What's going to happen on this page? Along came another sheep and another. "Hello," the sheep said. Together, "We're Tracy and Frank." "Hello," said Brian. "Let's all be friends." But Tracy and Frank said, "We only like sheep with curly horns. Sheep without horns are ugly." Well, Brian had curly horns, so he was all right, and so did Rose. But Stanley didn't. So the other sheep chased each other round and round the field and over the little hill. And that made Stanley feel very sad. So now it was Stanley's turn to feel sad. Along came another sheep, and another, and another. How many sheep? 1, 2, 3. 3 sheep came along. Hello, they said. We're Cassidy, Ernest, and Lou. Hello, said Brian. Let's all be friends. But Cassidy, Ernest, and Lou said, we don't like sheep with plain white wool or boring black wool. We don't like sheep with curly horns. We only like... But Brian had had enough. Stop! We all should play together, he told them, because we are all still sheep. How did Brian feel? Brian felt brave because he was standing up to the other sheep and telling them that we're all going to play together. It doesn't matter what we look like. The sheep were quiet. They looked around. Then they started talking to one another. Oh, how do they look now? Do they look happy or sad? I don't know, they all look kind of happy to me. Bungalunga bam! Cheered Brian. That's more like it. But then Rose gave Brian a look. Bunga what? She asked. That's not a word, cried Tracy and Frank. You talk funny, said Cassidy, Ernest, and Lou. Let's go, everyone, said Stanley, who should have known better. Why should Stanley know better? Well, that's right. Stanley was sad before when no one would play with him. And off they went to chase each other round and round the field and over the little hill without Brian. Huh. That made Brian feel very, very sad. He walked away. He looked at his white wool. He looked at his curly horns. What's wrong with Bungalunga Bam, he wondered. Then he walked across a field, up a big hill, and into a forest where he bumped into a wolf. Oh no. Look at that scary wolf. Wolves like to eat. What do wolves like to eat? Sheep! Wolves like to eat sheep. Oh no! Brian ran out of the forest, down the hill. Wolf, wolf, wolf! Across the field. Wolf, wolf! And past the lake. He had to warn the others. But he was too late. The sheep ran this way. The sheep ran that way. The wolf ran after them. Uh-oh. Look at that tongue. Things were looking bad until... What do you think might happen next? Can anyone think of what might happen next? Well, let's find out. Brian shouted, "Sheep friends! We can beat this wolf together!" What did the sheep do? Oh, I don't know. It looks like the sheep were listening. The sheep were listening to brave Brian. And Brian said, we have to work together. Oh my goodness. Looks like the sheep are working together. Attack! Black sheep, bump. Spotted sheep, jump. Curly horns, ram. No horns, slam. And the wolf ran away. and was never seen again. It looks like they did a good job getting rid of that wolf. Now how does everybody feel? Oh, they look better. Hooray! Cheered the sheep. We did it together. Bunga lunga bam! Brian said, just a minute. Some of you say bah. Some of you say meh. One of you says bah caramba. And all of us now say bunga lunga bam. And we know that's just fine. And the sheep chased each other round and round the field and over the little hill until it was time to sleep. The